All right. Hi friends, I'm Ty. Welcome to the Grow Our Minds family, where we discuss all things life and how to grow our minds and ultimately our consciousness. I dive into psychology, limiting beliefs, law of attraction, spirituality, and any and everything related to self-growth development and reflection. I discuss all the typical things we face in our life and try to offer different perspectives on the many different hats we all wear. I use my own experiences and education in addition to several resources like my favorite articles and books to bring you real stories and advice and give you real life examples of what these practices may look like in your life. That way, you can learn to master them too, one step at a time. If you're like the rest of us on this journey and you could use some help with that, I welcome you to join the Grow Our Minds family by hitting subscribe and liking, sharing, and commenting on the content as you see fit. Okay, let's grow. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about intentional living. First, I want to define intentional. It means on purpose. So my definition of intentional living, and there's many definitions out there, it's pretty broad, but what it means to me is purposely making decisions and choices throughout your day that'll bring you closer to the person that you want to be. It means living accordingly to your values and beliefs and consciously choosing to reflect those values and beliefs through your behavior and your thoughts. It all starts with our thoughts because our thoughts form our behaviors and our behaviors form our habits and our habits just become who we are. So you want to make sure you get real clear on the values and beliefs that you have, and that starts by consciously paying attention to your thoughts. I say that it starts with our thoughts because we all know that we can be thinking something but not necessarily act on those thoughts or say what we're actually thinking, right? A real life example may be a boss or a coworker that you dislike. You may think, man, this person is ungrateful, or they never appreciate all the hard work I do, or I deserve better than this. And you may feel anger and frustration from those thoughts and beliefs that you have, but your actions might not say that. Your actions may be still coming in early, or staying late, or not quitting your job. You may engage in casual conversation with these people. And in this casual conversation, it'll never come up that you actually feel unappreciated. So in this moment, you're not being your true self. You're not being authentic. You're saying no to yourself and yes to someone else. But that's a conversation for another video. Our behaviors are formed from our subconscious mind, which is 95%, not our conscious mind, which is 5%. So to live intentionally or change any kind of behavior, we have to get that 95% on board with the 5%, or it'll never happen. Gaining weight, for example, that was something that I wanted to do. Now, I said it every day, my 5%, my conscious mind. I want to gain weight. I want to get back to the weight I was, because I was always comfortable being the weight that I was. And I ended up losing a lot of weight when I went on the night shift. So it was real to me. I really thought I wanted to gain the weight and I believed it, or so I thought. Time was going by. Months and months was going by and I thought I was eating enough and I just wasn't gaining the weight. And then there would be times when I would have food in front of me and I did not want to eat it, or I wouldn't be hungry. I would literally not have an appetite. I was making shakes, putting oatmeal in my shakes, trying to thicken it up. And I just felt like, man, I can't eat all of this food. It was really frustrating because I wasn't seeing results and I didn't know why. And then I would keep hearing myself say, I want to gain weight, I want to gain weight, I want to gain weight, which is the 5%. But what was really going on was that I had some limiting beliefs around that. My 95%, my subconscious mind, just was not on board with the goal that I had. I'll do more on limiting beliefs, but basically it's when your 95% believes something other than your 5%. And that 95% is really just trying to keep you safe. It thinks, no, maybe we shouldn't do that, even though you consciously feel like you want to. The 95% of me, my subconscious, didn't want me to gain weight, which is way stronger than the 5%, my conscious mind, that did want to gain weight. The reason why my subconscious mind didn't want me to gain weight was because I had been in some unfavorable situations with men on the street. And I always thought that it was because of the way I looked at the time. So when I lost weight, I kind of felt like I was able to go in the background a little bit where I wasn't getting as much attention. And somehow in my mind, it equated the curves and gaining weight to being attractive, and then somehow feeling that unsafeness from predators in the street. Weight gain equals curves, which equals attractiveness, which equals unsafe. My mind and my limiting beliefs, my unconscious mind, was really trying to protect me, and that's always the case. So no matter what I did, no matter how much I wanted to do it with my 5% mind, that 95% was not allowing me to do it because it's way stronger. I had to stop that in its tracks and start forming new beliefs. So instead, I would tell myself, it's okay. It's okay to just be you. Things like you shouldn't dull your light for anybody, or go back to being yourself. It's okay. And you have to be patient with changing your limiting beliefs, because more than likely you've been having them for years and years and years. And you have to keep telling yourself over and over again. But to start changing your limiting beliefs, you first have to be aware of what they are, which means you first have to try and understand what your values and beliefs are in the first place, which is why I said that paying attention to your thoughts is the biggest thing when trying to live intentionally. We'll get into limiting beliefs in another video. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. So to live intentionally, you have to make sure that your thoughts are aligned with your beliefs and your values. And you have to work consciously and hard to eliminate any thoughts that don't align. Then you'll be able to act from a place of truth and really live intentionally according to those beliefs and values. I mentioned earlier that it's about purposely making decisions and choices all day, every day, that'll bring you closer to the person that you want to be. That means aside from your basic needs and responsibilities, everything that you do and consume should revolve around the person that you want to be. When faced with a decision, stop and ask yourself, is this going to help me become who I need to become? Everything you do, everything you read, everywhere you go, everything you watch, any and everything should be related to who and what you want to become. You have to be intentional with everything you listen to and everything that you let inside your environment. Be intentional with who you have around you. Are their goals similar to yours? Are they relatively positive people? Are they supporting? If not, they must go. And if they can't go, then limit your exposure to them. It may seem selfish, but you can love from afar while you build yourself up. Be intentional with what you choose to let in your mind, because those thoughts matter. It pulls down your energy. Are you around people that complain all of the time? Are you constantly listening to someone's drama? I'm sure you're finding some of your own negativity, and you really don't need any from anyone else. As a friend, you can just say, hey, I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry you're going through that, but can we try to look for the positive in this situation? They might not always want to hear it, but it honestly is the better solution. Rather than complaining, it's just going to make them feel bad and make you feel bad. And it offers no solutions. And you'll be a much better friend rather than if you just let them sit in their misery and be a victim. There's no power from that place. And don't watch garbage that'll just numb your brain and waste your precious time. Ask yourself again, is what I'm watching somehow helping me become the person that I want to become? The person I'm meant to become? If not, then turn it off. You're not missing out. Follow your dreams. Trust me, it's much more entertaining. When you make choices based around who you want to be, and your values and your beliefs, it's impossible not to feel the growth. It's impossible not to feel a sense of fulfillment. This is what makes you excited about life, because you make every day matter when you live this way. I can't talk about living intentionally without mentioning how important it is to be aware of how you're feeling and how you're making others feel throughout the day. Check in with yourself every so often to see how you're feeling about a particular thing. You'd be surprised at what you find. This can be randomly at first, wherever or whenever you remember to do it, but really make a conscious effort to remember. When you do this, you can start to track how you relatively feel on a regular basis. Are you happy usually? Are you sad usually? Are you pessimistic? Are you optimistic? Are you putting that energy on someone else, whether it's good or bad? Energy is contagious. Self-reflection is hard work, but it's so rewarding. Do you know what kind of things make you happy? What kind of things make you upset? Pay attention to that. They matter. You matter. Your feelings are the compass to show you which way to go on this journey. Pay attention to them and make every effort to change your mindset and perspective if you find that you're unhappy or feeling negative a lot of the times. It all starts with paying attention to our thoughts and changing any thoughts that don't align with who we really are. Thoughts that make you feel unhappy. All you have to do in that moment is be aware of it. That's the first part. Stop and think, oh man, I'm really feeling unhappy right now. Think about why, and then choose to change it. Take back your power. Say to yourself, okay, that happened. I didn't like that. But you know what? I liked this. Or this other thing happened today and that was really great. Choose to look for the positive in your life. Don't focus on the negative. There's always going to be negative. There's always going to be a reason not to do something. There's always going to be a reason to be upset about something or complain about something, because there's so much going on in the world. But on the flip side of that, there's so much greatness going on in the world too. There's so much love and positivity and growth. You just have to find it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So a quick example of taking back your power in a moment that really could be negative if you choose to let it be would be traffic. I mean, we've all been there, right? Leave a comment below if you've ever been in the best mood ever and your day is going great, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in some traffic and you're like, why? Yeah, we've all been there. I was known for getting frustrated in traffic, but then I chose to take back my power and say, you know what? This is my time. I can't change the situation, so why should I be upset about it? Instead of being angry and frustrated about something that you more than likely can't change, you can choose to change your perspective about it. You can choose to take back your power. If your bumper to bumper stopped, take a moment, look around at the scenery. Are there any trees, any animals, the sky? If that sucks, then maybe you can thank the universe for giving you a little bit of extra time to play that other song that you like so much, or to listen to something inspirational, or to even keep you from an accident because you're tied up over here where you are. You never know what's going on in the world. Be thankful. Everything that's happening is supposed to be happening. Just keep your perspective on a positive note and everything will work out as it should. Intentionally embrace that moment instead of fighting it. You'll be much happier and give off better energy too. Win-win situation. You have the power to set the tone for your day every day, and you shouldn't let anyone or anything take that power from you. That's living intentionally. You just focus on being the person you were meant to be. Everything else is static. Wake up in the morning and say, I have the power to make this day great. I'm in control of my energy and no one can disrupt or interrupt my aura unless I let them. Choose how you want your day to go. That includes preparing your mind to respond positively to unwanted situations and negativity. So to recap, living intentionally is living in a way that reflects your values and beliefs and making every effort to do just that. And to do that, your thoughts and beliefs must be aligned. So work on that. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that this is going to be easy. Let me just put that out there. That's why it's called intentional living, because you have to consciously choose to do this. Most people don't. Most people just go by every day living habitually. You have to choose to be better with every choice, every fiber in your being. Every action that you take, it'll bring you closer to the person that you want to be. You have to choose to be better than your default ways of thinking and responding to life. Take a new phone, for example. It comes with default settings and it will work just fine if you didn't touch it. But yet we all still choose to personalize it. We all still choose to take control of that phone and put a ringtone or change the background. And that's just a phone. This is your life we're talking about. Be intentional with it. It takes a lot of practice and continuous effort. It's going to be hard sometimes, especially the self-reflection part and trying to figure out your limiting beliefs. Because you really have to peel back all of these layers that you really didn't even know were there. But trust me, it gets easier and it's so worth it. It's just like working out at the gym, right? At first, you're in there and it's hard, it's difficult, but then it gets easier. You get stronger and more confident. You start seeing your progress and you're like, oh, hell yeah, I got this. It's the same thing. But once you stop, nothing happens. Or worse, you go backwards. Your mind is a muscle. Exercise it. Wait. Is it a muscle? We're gonna say that it is. Exercise it. Practice. It gets easier. You're gonna mess up sometimes. You're gonna be negative about something or find yourself angry. This isn't about eliminating those things altogether. It's about consciously making the effort to not let those things run your day. It's about consciously choosing to be better than those default settings, one step at a time. You might procrastinate instead of taking action. It's okay. Just do it. Just try. Just keep going. It's better than not doing it. Just like a car on autopilot. I mean, you can get to where you're going, right? You can cruise and you'll get there. But you'll never know what it feels like to take the wheel and drive that car if you stay on autopilot. Don't live your life on autopilot. Don't just cruise. Take the wheel, make those turns, go off the road, figure it out, enjoy the ride. Our time on this planet is short. Don't be on autopilot. Think about how many years it's been since you said you were gonna change. This year and the next year and then the next year, and you're still the same. Or you still haven't reached your goals, or something's still holding you back, or you still feel unfulfilled in life. Start now. Live with purpose. Start being somebody you can be proud of. Start living a life that you're excited for. You deserve that. Be who you're meant to be, because no one else can be it for you. You owe the world the gift of you. Share your energy. Share your gifts. Live intentionally. Okay guys, that wraps up this video. I hope that you found something in it useful. I hope that you start living intentionally today. If you like content like this, hit the subscribe button and share, like, and comment as you see fit. Till next time, be well.